welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Lea, I'm a violinist from Germany, so a little secret, I'm not a native English speaker, but I will try my best. And I'm going to talk to you today about what to do with our intonation problem. I think all of us, I mean violinists especially, but maybe in general string players, we all know the problem of intonation. It's very difficult to develop a almost perfect or close to perfect intonation. So I want to give you today a few exercises which you can do and which might help to improve your intonation. Some exercises you might know already, some will be maybe new, hopefully. So let's start already with the first one. So the secret in playing in tune is actually, next to practicing a lot unfortunately, is to develop a stable hand position. Once you have a stable hand position, you will feel that doesn't matter which finger you're playing, which position you're playing, your hand is finding always the right position, the right ankle. Because for us, unfortunately, since it's such a tiny instrument, the violin actually, if I have my finger like that, if I turn it, it's a huge difference already. So just the ankle of the hand can already make a lot of problems or can make it better. So it's all about finding a natural way of holding your hand parallel, kind of, I would say, to the violin. That's why I try most of the time to have my fingers kind of over the strings, not too much. I am not a fan personally to have always, for example, my fourth finger stretched like that, like you see on some videos of even famous violinists. For me, it causes a lot of tension in my hand. So for me, I try to hold the hand kind of parallel to the violin, not too much open like that, because then simply the way with the fourth and third finger is too far and you are going to struggle to catch the right notes with the fourth finger. So once you find a nice position, I'm going to make another video for that, but that I guess will be more for beginners, so that's why I'm not going to explain it here now for you. So for example, for the G string, my elbow is much more inside, I mean I call it like inside rotation, than when I'm on the E string. This also allows me to not get stiff in my shoulder. You can see a lot of violinists pulling up the shoulder. I know we all tend to it, whether we play with the shoulder rest or without the shoulder rest. So with this or without, that doesn't matter actually. Anyway, most of us are pulling it up. And it might not be possible to have a completely relaxed shoulder, but also that should be a goal, to have a very relaxed shoulder. And when you play and you can move your elbow always like that, and you don't feel any pain or pressure or a lot of effort here in the shoulder when you're doing that, you probably have a relaxed shoulder. So that's also what I'm trying to do. Once you have it, let's come to the exercise. The key can be to play a lot with empty strings at the beginning. So let's see. When I play an A on the G string, first finger, that's already a quart. So quart and quint, those are kind of the clean intervals, however you say that in English. And those are kind of difficult to get in tune. So it's nice to practice that helps you for the beginning to get a feeling for the rotation of your elbow, or actually more of your shoulder, while going on every single string. So next step, you do the same thing but with all four fingers and playing the empty string with it, the upper empty string. You can also do, I played it now with the intervals like full step between 1 and 2, between 2 and 3 half step, between 3 and 4 full step. But now you can also of course do it in full step to the second finger, full step to the third finger and then half step. So once you have that, you can add something to it. You don't play an empty string and the first finger, you press with the first finger a quint. So the first finger on two strings, in that case now G and D string, and then you play all the other fingers on both strings. So that sounds like that. And the goal is that your first finger doesn't move while you are playing the others. Especially with the fourth finger, I guess you're going to feel the tension in the hand that the first finger wants to move. But once you're getting used to this exercise, it's going to be easier and easier for you. And that you can also, of course, do on all the other strings. So you play on the D and A string the first finger, the quint, and then on purpose I played now a minor, so you can also vary that, the intervals however you want to do it. And then you can also do it, of course, in the A and E string, plus you can also do it in any position. And now we go a half step up. Another. Another. So, and then after this, you can make also a routine from it. You can start with the first finger, an empty string, the chord, what I showed in the beginning. Then you can do it with playing all four fingers, but always with the empty string. And then you can come to the quints. It's actually a very nice exercise in general for also quints, because it's not always so easy. To play quints in tune can be kind of difficult, especially if you have slim fingers. So a trick what I always tried, or how I try to think when I play quints, I try to put my fingers pretty flat on the string, and then a little bit I rotate more kind of the wrist part. I rotate it a bit more inside than what I would usually do. I usually try to have it always very straight here. That is really one line, like from that side and also from that perspective. I try to rotate it a bit inside like that to get a clean quint. Let's come to another exercise now. To play a scale, an A major scale, with the always keeping an A. So you always hear two voices and one voice is always an A. We'll show you how that works. So you put your fourth finger on the D string. You correct it with the open A string. Fits. Always in general, and think for intonation, try to correct as much possible, as much as possible, that's the right thing, as much as possible with open strings, because they, I mean, if the violin is tuned, of course, they will tell you if you're too low or too high. So that's my A. Now comes the octave. So, and now you always hear the A. So the first the first three notes, I press the fourth finger on the D string to have them together as double stops. Then I lift my fourth finger and I play. Again, here is all the time the A, because I play the open string. And then I go on with just the first, second, third finger on the A string, but my fourth finger on the D string stays on the A. And that's how you can play or practice the whole scale, always with an either empty A string or the fourth finger, and that's good first of all to develop a stable hand, because once your fourth finger moves, you immediately hear that it's out of tune. Plus, you always hear the resonating open string when there's not a fourth finger, which helps you to always kind of find a relation with the A. So once you're playing, for example, a F sharp, and you don't know if it's too high or too low, you hear it because you have the open A string. So it's a kind of nice warm-up as well. So you can combine the first finger and empty string, what I showed you in the beginning, for quarts, then playing with an open string, first, second, third, fourth finger on all the strings, always together with an open string. Then you do this quint exercise, what I just showed you, which you can do in all positions and on all strings. And then you can do this A major or also minor, however you want to play it, scale, always keeping the A the whole time in the scale. And I think with that you have already a nice warm-up to improve your intonation. And maybe there was something new for you, I hope so. So leave me some comments below what you think about it, and also when you tried it, if it helped you, because that's always very important. Is there any development seeable after? Positive, hopefully. So if you want to see more of my content, then follow me also on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok or whatever you want to use. See you hopefully in the next video, and otherwise have a beautiful day and a good practice. Bye bye.